Hey everybody, welcome to this month's question of the month. If you've got a question that you want me to answer, go to yoganatomy.com/my question. Put in your question, we'll review it, we'll answer it on video just like I'm doing today. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you get notifications about when these videos come out. Alright, this month's question comes from Jen, who I know. My question concerns the movement when flipping your feet from upward facing dog and going into downward facing dog. Is it okay to drag your feet in, or is this a giant no-no? I had an instructor tell me that I should not pull my feet in but should walk them in to get the proper distance in down dog. I would imagine the only body type that could simply flip their feet and be perfect distance would be someone with a very open back. Personally, I switch between the two, but would love to hear your feedback. All right. I love shoulds, which is basically, a giant no-no is should not do that. I've heard teachers say you should never walk your feet in down dog. Wherever you get to, that's where you're supposed to be. I've heard the opposite, which is basically what you're describing. Don't drag your feet in so that they end in the perfect spot. Honestly, I have no idea why the hell it would matter if you stepped your feet in or you dragged them in to get into a good position for you in downward facing dog. I don't think this is the deal breaker, or I honestly, in that sense, I kind of have no answer, but we can talk about what the differences might be, and you're right. One part of it is simply how flexible somebody's spine is in the backward bend of upward facing dog. But I always go back a step further, which is back to chaturanga or even high plank. And what is the distance between your hands and your feet? That determines, when you roll over your toes and then roll back over them, where you end up in down dog. So depending on how flexible you are, as you say, in your spine, that's going to change how close your feet can be. The less flexible your spine is, typically, your feet are going to be a little further apart, having to walk them in when you get to down dog, or come up with a creative way for them to get, as you say, did you say drag? No, you said pull them in. So one part is the spine and the flexibility of the back bend. The other is proportions. Proportions. Long torso, short legs changes how down dog is set up compared to something like up dog. I think the more important part is how you generate movement and transition. Like, are you pulling yourself from your ankles to switch into downward dog? That to me is it's not a no-no, but we want to work towards being able to draw ourselves up from our core or our psoas, so that we're moving from the center of our body outward. So this is what's more important to me. Whether you step them forward or you drag them forward, or you slid them forward as you lifted your hips up and they slid forward. I have no idea why that would matter, which way you choose to do that from a big yoga picture. I have no answer for that. So I'm not gonna. They might have very valid reasons why they don't like to see that and why it's a quote-unquote giant no-no. Whether it's true or not, I can't say. I hate answering questions about what other teachers say because I don't know how they got there. What's their own experience? What kind of students do they work with? They might have really valid reasons. Doesn't mean I'm going to agree with them. And you're asking me more from the objective anatomical point of view. I don't think it matters. What matters is how you move to that place. How you get from up dog to down dog is much more important than whether your feet have to be stepped forward or you were able to slide them forward enough. All right? I hope that helps a little bit. If you've got a question you want me to answer, go to yoganatomy.com/my question.